Continue their recovery in the Championship. Norwich maintain their push for promotion from League One.
Yes, they strengthened their chances of going up automatically by beating Exeter on Saturday, with three key players once again making the headlines. Here's Donovan Blake.
40-odd goals between the three of them is a phenomenal return.
There's no doubt the recent form and performances of this trio have helped to transform Norwich's season. Wes Hoolahan scored 13 times, Chris Martin has a goal more. But leading the way is Grant Holt, 22 in all competitions, and the first Norwich player to pass 20 goals in a season since legendary striker Ewan Roberts more than 10 years ago. Their red-hot form certainly helped to warm up the thousands who braved the cold to watch Norwich at Carrow Road on Saturday. And again, Holt and Hoolahan played the starring roles in their win against Exeter. Hoolahan the supplier, Holt the finisher. Holt also showed there's more to his game by helping to set up Martin in the second half before completing the scoring late in the game.
It's been well documented how many goals they've scored, and you see today what Wes gives you. It's a nuisance, great distribution. Chrissy Martin earned that today, he earned that goal. He's worked hard, up and down like we all have. It's a fantastic performance by the whole squad, really.
While Norwich maintained their bid for a swift return to the Championship, Ipswich, in red here, continued their recovery in the second tier. And there was no cold start for them at Leicester in the freezing temperatures. Town in front in less than 20 seconds, thanks to an own goal from Ryan McGivern. But they had to settle for a point after Steve Howard's equaliser. Town 4 points clear of the drop zone, but a big worry for manager Roy Keane is the loss of new goalkeeper Brian Murphy. He was injured in the warm-up and now could be out for several weeks. Donovan Blake, Anglia News.
So Ipswich in 20th place, and they're 7 points clear of regional rivals Peterborough, who are still bottom. Meanwhile, Norwich's rearranged league game at Warsaw, scheduled for tomorrow, has already been called off because of the bad weather.
A local yachtsman's proposed a 17-mile breakwater off the Norfolk coast from Haysborough to Great Yarmouth to prevent flooding and create a haven for wildlife and tourism. Mike Evans, the former chairman of the Royal Yachting Association, says the billion-pound project would also help protect the Broads. Now then, anyone who's tried driving in the snow recently will know just how difficult it is.
Yes, bit of a struggle. Mind you, one person in our patch has a distinct advantage. The name Heikki Kovalainen should give you a bit of a clue. For a start, he comes from Finland, where they're, of course, renowned for their winter rallying skills.
But Heikki is also one of the new drivers for the Lotus Formula One team based in Norfolk. I met up with him to talk about the preparations for the new season and, of course, that snow. Heikki Kovalainen, very nice to meet you.
Good morning.
What do you make of this then? Home from home for a man from Finland?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the weather is fantastic. It looks like in Finland, but it's not like a true winter like we have in Finland. We have about this much snow and
for sure.
And a bit colder weather, but this is fantastic, you know.
Well, exciting times at Lotus. Let's get inside and let's tell me a bit more about it.
Okay, no problem.
He paints a relaxed picture now, but Heikki Kovalainen certainly knows he has some of Formula One's biggest shoes to fill. From Jim Clark and Graham Hill in the 1960s, Emerson Fittipaldi and Mario Andretti in the 70s, and Ayrton Senna in the 80s. Well, Heikki, think of Lotus, and probably this is what you think about, but this is a new start for the company. Are you aware of the heritage?
Yes, absolutely. You know, when I joined the Lotus, obviously, I did a little bit of a research on the internet because it is obviously before my time. I vaguely remembered, you know, Senna driving in Monaco in a very wet with the black and gold Lotus. I think we have a lot of pressure, you know, to keep that name up.
And following in those illustrious names, does it make you feel nervous or excited?
I'm not nervous, but certainly, you know, I feel that you know, we need to sort of do better than people are expecting us to do.
And Kovalainen isn't the only one with the weight of expectation on his shoulders. Colin Chapman was the founder who put the Lotus badge on the map back in the 1950s. Mike Gascoigne will try and reinvent it.
We're not the old Team Lotus, that fantastic team with Colin Chapman, that heritage, but we are Lotus. We are representing the Lotus brand. We have great relationships with Group Lotus and Danny Behar and his group of people, and a lot of enthusiasm from the Lotus staff who want to see the Lotus name back in Formula One.
And in Heikki Kovalainen, he has a driver who shares the same vision.
I'd like to win a World Championship with Lotus. That's absolutely the target, and I'm sure Mike and Tony entered this project, you know, in their mind mind the World Championship at some point, but it's not going to happen initially. If it would happen, something was totally wrong somewhere. It's not realistic, but in the long term, that's still my target, and I still feel my best races are ahead of me. I think I didn't get the best out of the McLaren, and hopefully we can do that here.
After a difficult time in Lewis Hamilton's shadow at McLaren, it's good to see Kovalainen so relaxed and so positive about his new life in East Anglia. He even had time for a quick tip to any viewer who finds himself struggling in the slushy stuff.
What we tell normally people in Finland is just in these slippery conditions, just obviously take it easy, go slow, avoid any sudden movements, because once you start sliding the car, especially with the summer tyres on the snowy surface, it would be a big problem. So
keep it smooth.
Keep it smooth. That's all I can say.
Heikki Kovalainen, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
See you again. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Keep it smooth, there you go. Let's stay with the wintry theme for just a bit longer. If you are a regular watcher, you'll know we've had some fabulous pictures sent in over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, really good stuff. And tonight we're going to take a quick look at some of your finest snowmen, or to start with, a snow lion.
Yeah, it is the wonderful work of Gina, whose Leo is also known as Old Blue Eyes, I imagine. Or is that because he's just so cold?
In the case, though, of Shannon and Daniel from Bedfordshire, an Englishman's home is definitely a castle made of snow.
Doesn't it look lovely? Now, Christopher here is deep in conversation with his two mates by the looks of it, the Arsenal fan on the right, perhaps suggesting it's high time to share that cold beer on the left.
And here's a whole gang of snow people with their friend Maya in Lowestoft.
Look at that one. Now, with all these snowmen, we need to have someone to lay their heads, I suppose. Now, Lily and Rose from Milam clearly have the perfect solution there with their igloo.
Although Charlotte's snow giant, amazing, isn't it, from Bury St Edmunds, might need a bit of a loft conversion to get in the house.
Another Charlotte, this time from Helsden. We're still trying to work out exactly who you support, Charlotte. Not quite sure there.
And finally, what do you reckon this is? Turtle, tortoise, or just a bit of a good impression of Jonathan after his Christmas blowout?
Oh, my goodness, you are cruel, aren't you?
You went sledging on the weekend, though, so you should have been working a few off.
I did. I was more like that. I was causing a bit of a rut the whole way down. Right, let's catch up with the weather, shall we? Here's Rachel.
So not so much snow, warming up a little bit. And thank you so much for all your pictures. We do love to see them.
See you tomorrow
soon.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.